Happy Thursday. Today is March 26, 2026. Welcome back to the Roadmap to Freedom Personal Growth Healing Program. Today is the final episode of Assert Yourself. While you're trying to assert yourself, perhaps asking for what you want, you must expect some resistance. Now, it's hard enough for yourself to change, but the people that have been around you for a long time, they don't like change. Most people do not like change. And when they see you changing, they're going to start trying to figure out what's going on. If you're making life difficult by setting your boundaries, they're going to start telling you that, possibly tell you that you're being difficult, that you're being selfish. Why does the world have to revolve around you? Basically, they're mirroring. That's what they've been doing to you. And now you're waking up, you're resisting yourself, and they don't like it because they like the old you. So while you're going through this process, perhaps you could use your mantras to help you get through it, because their resistance might cause possible negative self-talk, and you have to turn that around to positive self-talk. It might cause fear, and you've been taught here how to deal with fear. It might cause you stress and anxiety, and you've been taught here how to deal with stress and anxiety. Doing this, it's not an easy map. It's not cut and dry. It's one baby step at a time, you trying, and if you fall down, you pick yourself back up and you try again on another day. It can seem like a long walk up the mountain, but when you get up there with your determination, you're going to be so proud of yourself. Feel the fear and do it anyway. The fact is, while you're trying to create a new reality and a new personality way of being, it's difficult. It surely is. And sometimes you're gonna, keep doing this and you're thinking, yeah, this is really good. I'm getting this done. And then one day you might have a bad day. The person that you're dealing with might be very manipulative and might set you up with something, and you might just fall and crash. I can give you an example of how that happened to me with my ex-husband. We were at a soccer game for my son. We had been talking through the lawyers about exchanging some money. So I was to give him something and he was to give me something. Actually, he was to give me a check worth a couple $100. And, he had been very, very difficult to deal with. He was hurt. He was angry. He was publicly, looking not good. So he had to constantly put me down. He had to constantly try and get reactions from me. But I was trying to heal. So I went to the soccer game, and he called me over and he says, yeah, where's that piece of paper that you said you'd give me? I said, right here. So I handed it to him. I said, so where's the check? He says, you're not getting the check. And he turned around and ignored me. I tried talking to him and he just sat there watching the game. And I happened to have a pen in my hand. And I got so frustrated and so angry that I actually punched him in his chest with the pen. And the minute I did it, I thought, there we go. My hand did that before my mind engaged about what I was doing. And I was mortified because that was not within who I was. And I did it in public, and he started laughing at me, and his friends around him started laughing at me. And I burst into tears. And I went home and missed my son's hockey game because I was mortified. because I thought, that's not me. Like, why did I do that? I was pushed to the limit. After the soccer game, there was a mother that came to my door, and she says, hi. She says, I'm just checking in. Are you okay? And I says, well, it's not my proudest day. And she says, well, let me tell you something. She says, I saw what happened. And she says, quite personally, I think I just sat there and wondered, what on earth did he do to push her to that limit? So there are sometimes people around that recognize what's going on. So I promised myself on that day that I would never, ever allow him to fluff my feathers so bad that I would react out of my personality. And I never have. That was one of those aha moments, and I have never done it, and I never will. As far as I was concerned, it was a great lesson in my life. He never managed to put me into that frenzy again. So during this process, you need to be very patient with yourself. If you make a mistake, forgive yourself, because as far as I'm concerned, mistakes are learning what not to do next time. Baby steps lead to steps. Steps lead to strides. Strides lead you right into a new life with your goals. This can be a new you. If you fail, get up and try again. And forgive yourself and promise you'll do better next time. Hope you tune in tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.